welcome on in, folks. My name is Anika, and this is Let's InDesign. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am really excited to be here because today we're going to learn all about paragraph styles, character styles, and auto styling in InDesign. Let me know where you're tuning in from, if it's morning, afternoon, or evening for you, because it is afternoon for me and it's sunny today. So I love it. I love the sun. Let me know what time it is, and hello to you in the chat. Big hello. We're live both on Behance and on YouTube. So if you're in the chat, if you're live, feel free to ask me questions as we work along here today. But before we get started, I want to make sure that I can say hi to the folks in chat and say thank you for tuning in. So let's say hi to everyone. We have so many friends in chat. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hey Wade, hi Val for holding down the fort. Thank you so much. Susan, RB, Clever, we have Vladka, Steve, howdy, RB, hello, hi, welcome on in, Bex, Oliver, tuning in from the kitchen. Thank you so much for making me your TV right now. I love it. If you haven't tuned into Let's InDesign before, this is your stream. If you do layouts or any kind of Adobe InDesign stuff, I want to switch over to my screens really quickly and show you what we're going to dive into today. We have all the replays right here. So if you've never seen any of my streams before, thank you for being here, but you have been missing out on a lot, folks. Let me tell you that. We have a lot of replays available, so make sure to watch this playlist that I curated for you all to look at. I know Val can drop a link in chat for the playlist, so make sure to click on that, save it, bookmark it, because you can watch any of the replays you want at any point in time. We're gonna dive into styling your text today. Let me bump myself over to the other side so you can see. There we go. Ta-da! We have some left and right camera setup. All right. Let me know in chat if you've ever used paragraph styles, character styles, auto styling, or even nested paragraph styles, because that's what we're gonna dive into today. Okay, let's see what this is all about. This link is also should also be available in chat soon, so you can browse through with me and go through as I talk about what we're gonna dive into today. Okay, let's see. So how to style your text in InDesign? So the first thing is, why do I even use text styles, right? Text styles help you save time and effort and make your design more efficient, because as you're working with your clients, you don't know in the next iteration, maybe they want a different font or maybe they want a different style, and you want to change it to an entire large document. So if you use character and paragraph styles in your workflow, it's just easier to have all of that handy. And if you have something like a standardized version of a paragraph style created already, you don't need to worry about doing anything manually. It can be automated in a single click, which is really, really cool. I love that. So you can either create character styles or paragraph styles and ensure that the formatting is consistent throughout your layouts. That should be layout, not artwork. I'm sorry, missed that. That's okay. And now we have the difference. We'll talk about the difference between paragraph and character styles before we actually dive into InDesign, because I want to teach you how essential it is to have paragraph styles and character styles, because in case you're creating something like a menu card or you're making like a classified ad, which we're going to dive into today, because I have come up with this zine idea, which was daily design news, and I was like, hey, let's make some design classified ads, because that uses multiple styles. So a paragraph style is essentially, let me dive into InDesign real quick over here. So right over here that you see has a paragraph style. So I'm going to jump into my paragraph style right here. This right over here is a headline style that I created, which is a paragraph style. And this over here, if I select this guy, it says basic paragraph plus, because I did not assign any style to it. But if I go in here, this has a body copy paragraph style. And if I double click into this, it's going to show me all the options that I have. So if I go into paragraph character formats, I'm going to be able to see the font family and exactly what I chose. So essentially, this is what I mean by paragraph style, that every paragraph in your text or body copy is going to have the same formatting. You can go ahead and explore all these options. You can change the space after. You can change tabs and spacing and indentation. And we have some paragraph rules and border options as well. You can uncheck the hyphenate option, really comes in handy for body copy. You can also change drop caps and nested styles, which we're going to dive into today. And you can also use grep to find and replace some content if you really want to do that, which comes in handy. You don't know there are multiple operators. Let's say this is a phone directory and there are multiple operators that are entering numbers. So hey, this is Voodoo Val and I want to enter a 10-digit number, but I hyphenate every 3 digits. But I wanted to have periods in between those 3 letters or digits. I will go into my grep command and apply that paragraph style to it. So no matter what anyone else is entering, if I click on that one button with the grep style applied to it, it's going to help me. We're going to dive into that at the end of the stream. Okay, let me hit on cancel and go back to my presentation here. Let me know if you are able to follow, and if you need me to go slower, I can do that as well. All right. So this is a brief overview of how it looks like. If you don't know how to get it from your InDesign panel, you can go to type and click on paragraph styles right over here. If you want character styles, it's right above it. So paragraph and character styles. There we go. Voila. All right, let's go back. So we have paragraph styles, which can include both character and paragraph styles. And that's pretty cool because over here, you can see that paragraph is highlighted. So this has a character style applied to it, which is a bold version of the font that I'm using for the body. So that is cool because a paragraph can include character styles inside it. So that's cool. Here's a character style. So a character style is essentially to a part of the paragraph. So not necessarily the whole paragraph has the same format or the font family. Some characters can be bold, some can be italic, can be a different color, can be a different size, anything you want as per your requirement. That is a character style. I'm breaking it down to all of these to a very small layman language so that you can understand and go about it. Of course, it can be as complicated as you want it to be, but I want this to be accessible for someone who's never used InDesign before. So that's what we have going on in here. Storm says, oh, that's really cool. Yeah, I'm glad you think so. I'm glad you think so. And Val says, it me, of course. RB says, you invoked Storm. Love that. Okay, love the puns in chat. Keep them coming. Then we have some options that you can change. This is what I talked about earlier. So if I go back to InDesign and double click on my paragraph style option, these are the options I was talking about. I'm going to zoom into it a little bit. So you have all of these options. We just talked about this. So we have indents and spacing, we have tabs, nested style, grep style, bullets and numbering. You can change what kind of bullet character you want to use for your bullet. And then we have character color as well. You can choose from all the swatches you have. Okay. All right. Let's check something here really quickly. All right. Everything looks good. Alrighty. Okay. Going back to my presentation again. So that's all I've summarized in this slide where I'm talking about you can change font family, font style, kerning, leading, you can change the tracking, tab spacing, paragraph rules and all of that good stuff. Then comes nested styles. So nested styles is essentially a paragraph style which contains the base paragraph style which already exists, and then on top of that you can conditional format your text. So when we get into actually creating our classified ads, if you've ever seen a classified ad, you know that the first letter is bold, right? The keyword. Hey, I need an illustrator to make it pop. So the word need is essentially bolder and bigger, and then the make it pop is possibly, I don't know, it's possibly italicized. We'll get into that. But it's usually multiple characters in multiple formats, and that's conditional formatting. I need that, and that you can do with nested styles. Val in the chat says, this is such a comprehensive dive into these settings. I really needed this. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much. Val says that she's going to bookmark the stream 100%. Thank you. I appreciate it. So that's what nested style is. And right over here, I've given an example in the link as well, which you can browse through. You see that often in menu cards as well. I've covered this before in one of my streams, but in menu cards, you see that the price is a different color, the name of the item is a different color or a size, and the description is smaller typically, right? That's what you see. So the example here is having a nested style. So the food name and food description is a different color, and you can change that within your nested style. So over here, an example, I'm not sure if you can see this. You can, okay, right over here. Okay, so right over here, I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit so you can see. Yeah, so right over here, I say that name through one colon because I separate that with the food description. And then we have description through one sentence. So as soon as the computer encounters a period or a full stop, that's when it's going to end the styling. And both of these are character styles that I have created outside of the paragraph style. So that's how that works. And then we have, I'm gonna press, oh, did I press shift by error? I'm sorry, I meant to press the right arrow key. Then we have auto styling, which is definitely really, really cool if you are a beginner and if you've never used styles before. It is a great way to get into it, and you can just paste all your text inside InDesign. You're gonna copy paste all of it in InDesign. Why don't we actually go start with that? I'm gonna hit new file and I'm gonna go to print. So I'm gonna use a letter size and a CMYK document. Don't at me if some of my swatches in my library are RGB. We're gonna fix that. And also when it prints out, a lot of printers are also RGB now, so it can read your colors. So don't at me, okay? This is just for demonstration purposes. Just a disclaimer. But you can at me if you want. At me all you want. I'm at ANIKA, So I'm going to go to inches just to show you that this is indeed a letter size, 8.5 by 11. We have some margins and we have some bleed. Let's add some bleed. Why not? Okay, so I'm going to use a letter size because that's what my printer uses, and then maybe make like 8 pages because again, I want to make a zine and I want it to be an even number divisible by 4. So let's go ahead, click on create. And if you're wondering, why did I find the even number? How do you know what this even number is? Make sure to hit those replays. There was a zine stream that I did, which covers all of the basics for that. So this is my document, okay? Let's go ahead and pick up some text that I have. I'm gonna pick up some text off my screen, but I copied that right now. And then I'm gonna hit a text box right here. And I'm gonna hit Command V. And right over here, you see this option, which disappeared. I'm sorry about that. I'm going to redo that. This option right here is paste text only, says paste text only. But if you click on that, it has 2 more options, paste with formatting. So whatever other tool that you pasted your text from has some kind of formatting to it. Maybe it's not a default system font. So InDesign is asking you, do you want that font that you used in your pages document to have the same formatting? Like, do you want it to have the same formatting as that font? And then we have auto styling as well. Now it says auto style text. Now this feature was released in Adobe Max 2022. This automatically, I didn't do anything. My hands are up here. This is such a great feature because I did not have to open any tab. It opened InDesign's auto style packs for me, and it also shows me all of these demonstration settings, which are cool. I love it. Rob, hey, hello, welcome, Rob. You are not late. Garrett, Susan, hi, welcome on, and everyone. So these are the auto styles and style packs that already exist, and I had a basic text document. And it just converted it for me. I'm going to make it bigger so that you can see all the text in it. Now, the key thing to remember with auto style, I'm going to bump up my screen over here. Hello. Hi. The key thing to remember with auto styling your text is that your text should have at least 1,000 characters. That's when InDesign will detect that it is actually a big document with some text in it, 1,000 characters, and you can identify what paragraph styles there are, if there's a numbered list, all of that good stuff. So make sure your text has it. If it's not giving you that option, it probably means you have less than 1,000 characters. Okay, let's go back. Let's switch it before I forget to switch my screen because that happens. All right, so this is the auto style, and then we have some more. I'm just gonna click on these and I click on the next one. And as I click through it, if you see this tickmark icon right next to your cloud icon, that essentially means that it is already downloaded. If it's not, that's probably because it's on the cloud and you have never used style packs before. So once you click on it, it is going to download that theme for you and apply it. As you can see, right when I'm clicking on this universal style is going to apply to it in the next second. There you go. And this is how you can use the inbuilt default style packs. That said, here comes the good stuff. You can actually make your own style packs, which is super cool for me. I think it is super, super cool. I love it. Rob in the chat says, I love this I love this for working on client work. I can set up styles helpful to the client brands. Most helpful. Yeah, absolutely, Rob. Thank you. Love that. So we have all of these styles, and now I can go into my style packs and essentially make my own as well. So why don't we go into my paragraph styles right here? So I'm going to bring up the paragraph style panel right over here, and we see all the styles that we activated. And if I click on this play button again, it's going to activate it as long as the text frame is selected. So we have this selected. I'm going to click on classic again, and it's going to change it as soon as I hit the play button. So you play the auto style essentially, right? And now what I want to do is I want to make my own style pack, because maybe I don't like this font, or maybe I don't like this formatting. Maybe I need more kerning on my type. So you can go up to the hamburger menu and create a new style pack. I'm going to call it Voodoo Val just because I want to. And it's going to tell me that I can copy these styles from basic paragraph, or I can select from all of the existing style packs. So these are some settings that you can play around with, but I am going to select the classic because I don't want it to be saved to the basic paragraph. Okay, I'm going to select the classic ones. The subheader, and then we have a paragraph style. Then we have some list. I love that you guys are reading the copy in chat. Okay, and then I am going to click OK. All right, and now the style Voodoo Val has the same styles, but I want to switch this up. So why don't I double click into my heading? As soon as I clicked it, all of it applied to the whole frame because I had that selected. So I'm going to hit undo to that, and then I'm going to deselect it, and then I'm going to go to heading again. I'm going to double click that and bring it to the side a little bit. And then we have some options here that we can explore. So I can go to basic character formats, and it is a Carilianthine font. I don't know how it's called, but we're just going to change that. Okay. I don't know. Let's make it something like antique olive. That's been one of my really, oh wait, Val loves this font. Oh no, we're too late. We've changed it now. I can hit bold, and then I can hit the preview button and see how that changes it. And that is a more cleaner sans serif font. I love it. I really do like it. I'm going to size it down just a little bit, maybe make it 60 points. And now the leading's all off balance because it's not adjusted. So I can go ahead, make it like 64 points here, and I click out of it. Maybe I want it smaller. Maybe I want it 48. Yeah, I think that's... Why are sunsets so beautiful? I love that. And then we have the leading messed up again. So I'm going to make it 52. Maybe 4 to 5 points usually works for me. And I think everything looks nice. We're going to go to hyphenation and unhyphenated if it's not. It is already from the existing style pack. So that's great for me. And then I'm just going to hit out of it. Maybe we want to make it purple, right? We don't want this red text. We want some purple text. Maybe we're gonna go with this dark blue for now. Okay, that's more close to Val's branding. I'm gonna click OK and out of it just because I didn't have that swatch. That's totally fine. And Val says Voodoo Val approves of this message. Love that. And then we have this font which I really don't like. I don't like that it's like little italicized. So what you can do is click out of it again. And this is the Voodoo Val style pack that we created. We can also create a paragraph style and change that option. So why don't we choose the same font family that we had, but just a different font, like a different font style. I want it to be regular. And as I'm changing this, mind you, I don't have the text frame selected. But just because I'm changing it on the fly, it is applying to the style pack that already exists in the system. So since my text frame has that style pack applied, I don't need to go ahead and apply it manually every single time, which is really cool. And now, I think this 24 point might be a little too much. Maybe we can make it 18. That's too small. Let's keep it 24. Okay, and then I'm going to make it. I guess this is all right. And I'm going to check if hyphenation is turned off. It is turned on. I'm going to turn it off. That is terrible. Let's see. Okay. We'll fix that. Okay. And then I'm going to change the spacing as well. So I'm going to change the space after, maybe a little bit. As I'm doing this, you can see that the two paragraphs are changing. The space between the two paragraphs is changing, which I really love. And you can also edit some other styles here. Maybe I want to change the character color to the dark blue again. Yeah, I think I kind of like that. So again, a demonstration, not the perfect representation. Got it? Got it. So I'm gonna make it bigger, and then we have this right here, just like so. And we have some leftover text here, which is fine. We're going to ignore that. We have some overset text. But we have this new style pack that we just created. Obviously, this has formatting that needs work. This is too close to the border, all of that good stuff, right? But all we're talking about are style packs right now. And if you go ahead and change it to something else, I'm going to select it. This is a default style pack, right? And we just created Voodoo Val. So only the style pack. I'm gonna click this, and voila, we have the style pack that we created, and that is amazing. And then you can click on view style packs, and this is how you can access all the existing style packs. I'm just showing you all these options. You can create a new style group as well. And over here in the hamburger menu, you can also, I think there is a way to export it. Let's see. I think there is. Okay, we'll get back to it in a while. Yeah, so that's how you auto style your text. That is your auto styling text. Okay, let's delete this and get out of here. I'm gonna get out of here, and this is how you can auto style your text with the new auto styling feature. And this just talks about style packs again. We just did that. And the last and the most important thing from this presentation is essentially sharing your work. So if you've ever watched any of my streams with Let's InDesign here on Adobe Live, thank you for watching. And if you've used, I know Penny in the chat, I don't know if Penny you're watching, but Penny in the chat has implemented some of the techniques I've demonstrated before. If you have, make sure to share them with us. I would love to see it. Tag me and Adobe Live. If you have this link, if you click on this, you will be redirected to our Instagram, so you can tag and follow us and then share your work with us. So that's how you do it. All right, and make sure to use these hashtags as well right over here. Hey, I pointed in the right direction. All right, without further ado, let's dive into InDesign again. We have, I'm going to close paragraph styles because we're not doing that anymore. I'm going to open up my properties panel and my layers. Maybe I'll just open this. Yeah, there we go. Okay, can you see that? You can see that. Okay, just making sure. So what I want to do is make a design daily journal. So why don't we go ahead and open my CC library. I have some Adobe stock assets here that I have for this episode, and this is an artwork that I really like. So I'm gonna pop it in here just like so, and maybe we do something like this. And this is just a zine that I created, and I just want to make that in InDesign. So I'm going to press the text button over here, which is the text tool, and I'm going to drag something out. Now I want it to be called Design Daily, and I have a font that I really love. So I'm going to browse through on my character panel right here. And if you don't know what I'm doing, this is my mouse cursor, and all the keys that I'm pressing are at the center of my screen. So while I'm not talking about the shortcuts I'm using, they are still on the screen. So if you miss anything that I am saying, they will still be available on screen. So don't worry about that. Okay, and then I think I want like a last script. I think it was a stencil. Yeah, there we go. There is this font, which is an Adobe font. It's called Lust Stencil Display or Regular. I think I want the regular font, and I really like how this is. I think I want to make it bigger, so I'm gonna make it 36 points. All right, maybe. Okay, press W and see how that looks. Whoa, that got crazy for a second. The GPU view really crazies things up for a second. Love that. And then I want to add some text here, which is like a subheading. So I want to copy this right over here. I'm not creating any paragraph style or any parent pages right now, just because I'm adding some text. So we have some text that I have right over here. I'm going to copy paste it from my document, which is just a notepad file. And you can't see anything because it has the same style applied to it, but I want a different font. So I am going to use Antique Olive Regular, the one that I used for my style pack. And then maybe I'm going to size it down just like so. Maybe a little bit more. That's too big. Maybe like, oh wow, the leading on that. That's a lot. Let me fix that. Let me fix that. Sorry, that reaction is really authentic right there. And then I'm gonna bump this up just a little bit, bring it down, and then I'm gonna make a copy again, and we're gonna learn how to make paragraph styles really quickly. I'm gonna say edited by, and then I'm gonna write my name in here. And we have, thank you, Val, for posting that font link. I appreciate you doing that. Thanks. I appreciate that. And then we have this. Maybe I want to write something in here, like this is the first issue. Maybe I want some design elements in here as well. So I'm going to make a rectangular shape in here. Maybe I want to give it that color. I'm just using my library. Again, don't add me if this is an RGB swatch, just for demonstration purposes, my friends. And maybe I want this to be like slightly bigger. So now that I changed the frame size, the illustration inside it did not change. How I can do that is use all my fingers and use all my keyboard shortcuts, press Shift, Option, Command, C, and it resized, right? That totally helps. And then maybe I want to move it just like so as well. So I'm going to press V on my keyboard. No, not that. V on my keyboard. And I have the selection tool. Maybe I want it to be right here. Yeah, I think I wanted rectangle shape to be a little bit bigger, and then I'm gonna move it here. Okay, we're not mad about that. We're just gonna ignore that happened, okay? We're just gonna ignore that. And then maybe I want like something like a text here, and we have something in here called issue. Maybe I want just 11001, right? And then I'm gonna bring it in here just like so. Maybe center it to this circle shape. Press W on the keyboard just to make sure it's centered. It looks like it's centered. It's totally fine. And maybe I want to add some information in here. Since this is a zine, I want to create something which is like common for all the pages. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make first of all I'm gonna make a paragraph style, right? So here comes the fun part. I can click on my paragraph styles right here. Where is it? Paragraph styles, where are you? Oh my god, I always forget the icons. Paragraph styles, there we go. Thank you so much. So we have paragraph styles right here, and I haven't saved my file. I just realized that. Thank you, chat, for letting me know that I had to save my file. I'm just gonna call it episode 13, okay? Because this is episode 13. All right, and now we have this paragraph style right here. I'm gonna click on the plus button to create a new style. Since I do have this guy selected, I'm just gonna hit plus. Did it do anything? I don't think it did anything. Wait, did it do anything? That's so weird. Oh, I'm just gonna create it there. That is so weird. Didn't do anything. Anyway, let me call this heading, and we have the style. But I don't really like the leading in here, so I'm gonna go to my indents and spacing. I'm actually gonna go in here, increase the leading. Yeah, there we go. The size of the characters is 36 and the leading is 29. So I don't really want that. I probably want 40 or something. I'm gonna click out of it, and it looks cleaner, it looks nicer. I'm gonna click OK, and here we have our first paragraph style. It's called heading, right? And we have something called as character styles, and I want to add that to edited by, because I think I want my name to be a different color, which is probably this swatch right over here. So what I'm gonna do is essentially make this text a different color. So I'm gonna edit that in the text frame right now. I'm not creating a style first. I'm creating the type that I want first, and then I'm just gonna add a new style to it. That way it's easier for me to use the styles in other text streams. I'm looking in chat, and Oliver says we were waiting for you to remind us to remind you to save. Oh, thank you. I hope that reminder helped. But thanks so much. Thank you, Anuj, for joining. I'm doing good. Hope you're doing well as well. We have this. If anyone's just joining us, we are 28 minutes into our 57-minute stream. Hello, welcome on in. We are creating a zine, and we're learning all about layouts and not all about it. Well, a brief overview about it. And paragraph styles, character styles, and nested styles. We're gonna get into it. We already did auto styles, so if you missed that, make sure to watch the replay for auto styling your text. Alright, so we have this, and maybe I want it to be bolder as well. And I love this font family just because it has so many different font styles. It has light, regular, italic, medium, and bold. So maybe I want it. Maybe I wanted medium, okay? And then I can make this text frame bigger. I can either drag it or double click it, and InDesign is automatically gonna do that for me. And then I'm gonna align it like so. Maybe I want it to be equally aligned. just like this. And yeah, I'm just gonna drag out a ruler here. Yeah, I think this is looking cool. I saw something from Val that I'm gonna read in just a second. Val says these fonts are perfect for this. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. So we have this, right? Now this is part of a paragraph style. Now this is another style that I want to create. So I'm going to click on this plus button right here and call it subheading. Subheading like so. And again, you can go into these styles just like I showed you with auto styling and change any of these values. Now I really like this, so I don't want to fix or annoy any of that. The hyphenation is turned off. We don't need a nested style for this. This is not bullets and numbering. We don't care about the color right now because it is the blue that we want. This already is a paragraph style right over here. Let me close the library and show you. So we have these two right here, right? We have heading and subheading. If I have this selected and click on heading, it is going to switch to heading. Now the text frame is too small for it because there is no auto resizing on it. But if I click back on subheading, because this existed, now if I create anything, let me paste some information in here, okay? So we're going to paste this. This is some random style that doesn't exist, right? This is something that I created earlier and I want this to be the same style as subheading. While I have this text selected, I can click subheading and that's going to do it for me. Wow, the leading on this is really bad. We can fix that. Okay, chill out. Love that. Values. Yes. Okay, and then we have this, which is the individual character style. We have this. In this case, I'm not going to make it a nested style for now, just because I want to make my life easy. And this is a character style demonstration, not a nested style demonstration. But you can, of course, make your life difficult because we love doing that in InDesign. I'm going to go into, if you use InDesign, you know what I mean, especially with nested styles. This is character style right over here. And then I'm going to hit the plus button. And here's the character style number 1. I'm just going to call it name bold in here, just because maybe I'm going to use it for some taglines or articles or like information for image courtesies and all of that. And then I'm just going to call it this and we have everything set up. I'm going to click that and that's it. Now if I have this text frame selected and I want it to have the same characteristics or same formatting as my name right here, I'm going to click on name bold and that's going to do it for me. That's it. It's as simple as that. Now you can go as deep as you want in it and as further as you want in it, but just to give you a head start on things. Okay, now we have this setup. Maybe I want some more information right here. So maybe I'm going to add that in here. I'm looking at my text copy in here. Maybe I want this to be this color. And I'm going to bring it here. Make this text frame bigger. Did I write this copy? I'm not too sure if I wrote this copy. I can't imagine. I don't think so. Okay, and then let's just place something. Now I'm just making the cover, making my life easy. Design news for you. Love that. Okay. And then I can bring this like so, maybe a little bit bigger. Okay. And of course, I think the leading needs help with this as well, but we'll fix that. We have a paragraph style that I created, which was subheading. Did I? Subheading, heading. Wait, what? What is this? Subheading, right? Why didn't it change it? That is weird. That is the glitch in the universe. Love that. Okay, so I'm just writing a bunch of things here. This is all fictional, so any resemblance to any person living or dead is not my responsibility. I don't know how that goes. Okay, you have National Post in here. We have the die line. We have Ready Mag. Okay, we have all of these. And now I see that this is so badly spaced, so I want to fix that. So I'm going to go to my paragraph styles. Now, the beauty of using paragraph styles is they're editable and non-destructive workflow. So you can go in here and change it anytime you want. I think it is the spacing after which is doing it. Yeah, there we go. So I'm going to decrease that just like so, make it like 0.0625 inches, and that fixed my thing, right? And you can also go in here and change the leading. So maybe I want it to be smaller. I wouldn't recommend going anything smaller than 4 more of your point size or 5 more. Typically that's the standard, but I'm just going to use 4 right now. Okay, and then I'm going to hit double click on this little button, press W and see how that looks. Now that's not aligned. Wow. Okay, press W and see how that looks. I'm gonna size it down. Press Command 1 to make it bigger. Press Command 0 to make it smaller and fit to your screen. And this is how it looks like right now. I do like the design. I think I want to bring it down just like so to give it some space to breathe. Give this some negative space to breathe. I'm gonna bring it to the side. I don't want to go too outside the margins here, even though I do have some bleed and we're not having some text, but it just doesn't look nice, right? So I'm going to leave this be for now, and maybe I'll add some information here. Maybe I'll add some like a shape in here, and then I can get some colors. Maybe I want this color. Yeah, I think I like this. And then maybe I want to make another paragraph style, which is just subheading but in white. So I'm gonna create a new style and say subheading underscore white, and then I'm gonna copy this guy and say first edition. Now these are all the basics that I'm showing you, and I'm just doing this live because I want to show you how easy it is. It just looks intimidating, but it really isn't. And then I'm gonna select paper color for the character color. It disappeared because it is on white, right? I can't see it. But if I bring it up here on this thing that I created, which is in front, you can go from the layers panel, or now everything's on one layer. Okay, like I said, don't add me. You can either go to the layers panel or press shift option and this bracket to send it back, and this is how it looks like. I'm gonna zoom in just to show you how that looks. So we have this, and I think it looks cool. I think we can size it down just a little bit. The padding on this text is too much. I don't think we need that. And I guess this is looking nice, right? I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. Very bare bones right now. We can add some information here on top as well, but that's totally fine. Right now, let's jump into our classifieds ad, because that is a very important nested style that I want to use, and I want to show you that before we run out of time. So I will dive into that first, and we'll create a parent page for it. So I'm going to go to my pages panel right here. Again, I am on a custom workspace. So if you don't see any of this, you can essentially go to your advanced workspace or essentials classic. That's going to show you all the information you need. But if you don't see any of the panels, you can go up to your window panel and click on pages right here. If you can't see, I'm actually clicking on window, but I have to cut off some of my screen. But here's the pages panel under window. So it's window and then pages from your top navigation panel. Okay. Let's go to the parent page, but I want to copy this design thing right here, and then I'm going to go in here and press Shift Option Command V, which is paste in place, and then I'm going to zoom in right here, and then I'm going to change it to design classifieds, because we're going to make some classifieds ads. So if you've ever seen any troll classified ads to design for you to hire, please let me know in chat. I would love to include those. I am going to close my properties panel just for this, because it's getting too much. It's taking too, these fly out menus are taking too much real estate, screen real estate for me. Love that. RB in the chat says very valuable info, Anika. Thank you. I'm glad you think so. Yeah, got that. Totally got that. Love it. Thanks for being here again. We have design classifieds. Maybe I want to center it. Maybe I want to left align it. Left align usually looks better, so I'm going to use left align. And this is a parent page that I'm creating, so I'm just going to leave it be for now. Maybe I want to add a page number, so maybe I can go ahead here at the center. I can click the text tool right here. And these are all the techniques that I've demonstrated before, but I'm just showing you because we are doing it right now. We're making a zine, okay? I can go to type, click on insert special character, and go to markers and insert current page number. Now this says A, and you might be confused. This is not a page number. What are you talking about? So I can click and drag this on here and go to my third page, and it says 3. If I go to my fifth page, it says 5. So it does the trick. It's just a marker on your parent page, which is an alphabet or a style that you've chosen for your markers. And that's what we have here. Now you can go ahead. Now you're wondering, this does not look like the font style I chose for everything else. So what if I want a different font style? No worries. You can apply the same font style from your paragraph style that you created. So maybe I wanted a subheading font, and as soon as I did it, the same paragraph style that I created for subheading is now being used for the page number. Voila, we have that. So let's dive into it. Let's create a classified ad. Maybe I don't want to create it on the second page. Maybe I just want a third page. Now this is just a title. You can override this anytime you want. For you to be able to override anything that you have created in a parent page, listen to me closely, okay? This is a clip right here. If you were on Twitch, this was a clip. Shift Command click, and that is overriding your element. Hold, okay, I'm gonna undo and do that again. Shift Command, hold that, and click. If you're working on a Windows command, don't use command, use shift control and click, and that's going to do the same thing. So what if I spelled this wrong? I don't know if I spelled this right, to be honest. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't, but we have this, and now we're going to create an ad because why not? Okay, so I have some information here, and I'm just going to add it and paste it in my text frame. I'm gonna paste it, and we have some fun, interesting information here. I'm gonna open up my libraries again, just to get some, just to add some drama, okay? Because we love to add some illustrations to our work. And we have this guy. Maybe this is too big. Maybe we're gonna center it, okay? And yeah, I think I kind of like that. And press W, and align it to this. Okay, this is too big. This text is too big. Yeah, it is too big. But we can size it down. So why don't we? Okay, let's create a new paragraph style. And I'm actually gonna size it down first and then create the paragraph style. I'm gonna put this here. First of all, let's just bring this here, okay? Calm down, paragraph styles. We have this guy. I'm gonna click my values right here, and I'm gonna make it smaller. So let's make it 14 points. That is too small. I don't know if it's coming through for you on the screen, but let me know if you can this is still legible. I had that up so much just because I wanted it to be legible for you all, but let me know if it still is. Okay, we have this on 14 points, and this is how it looks. Now, this can look much better if I change the formatting, and then we have this right here. Now, I don't really know, I can't really read how this looks because I don't have any bold text. I really can't see anything. I don't know what's important and how it's gonna work. So if you're sending an ad in a newspaper, you would want your keywords to be right there. You would say, I want need in bold, I want this in italicized, I want to make it pop or create heart-pounding videos. I want this to be italicized. So why not, right? Thank you, Val, for confirming. Val says they can see it. Okay, cool. So now, since we have a base paragraph style right over here, I'm going to click on the plus button and call it nested ad style. And this is just the base paragraph style, right? And I want a nested style, which kind of looks like I want this to be bold and a different color. Maybe it is the character style that we created named bold. So I can either go in here and select everything and do that, but ain't nobody got time for that. I can't do that for a 100-page document. I just need a nested style, and I want that nested style to apply to whenever I want, right? So I am gonna go in here to my nested ad style, but before I do that, I wanna make some character styles as well. So I'm gonna hit T and say hello, right? And I can apply the same nested ad style to it. Let's see, right? And then I can change that to whatever I want. So maybe I want this to be italics. Does it have italics? Okay, it does have italic. So maybe I want this part to be italicized, this part to be a different color. And if I create a copy of this and apply the name bold, it is a different character that we created. So we have these two styles already. These are character styles that I created. Now the first one does not exist right now, but it is something that I am gonna make it come into existence. Okay, you get the idea. I'm gonna click the plus button and say italicized right here for the sake of time. I totally spelled that wrong. Italicized. Okay, can I see my text? I can see my text. All right, and then I am maybe I'm just gonna use these two styles. Okay, and then we want some fun little optical things happening here, so our eyes just move around the text and we can't see any of that here, right? I want this need and looking for to be bold, then I want make it pop and create heart-pounding videos to be italicized. So what can I do? The quick and easy answer to that is nested styles. Now, if you remember, I just created this style called nested ad style, but it has only one style. So I am gonna go into my option, click on the pencil icon, and here we have these two things, right? Just making sure you can see anything. everything, anything, everything, everything, everything. That's what I mean. So I'm going to go to basic character formats and show you what we have. We have antique, olive, regular right here, and this is 14 points. I am going to go into my drop caps and nested styles. Now I'm going to use drop caps. I don't know if people use that anymore. Not seen that in a long time, but we're going to create a nested style. Okay. This is the important part where you pay attention, folks. Okay. I'm going to click on new nested style. And since I do have these right over here over my paragraph style options, you can see the nested styles that we have in my document. We have name bold and we have italicized, which look just like this. This is italicized and this is name bold. What I want to do is select part of the text and make it that character style. So there is one paragraph style which has multiple characters inside it. So I am going to say use name bold through one word, maybe 2 words, maybe. Let's just say 1 word, okay? And then I'm going to click OK. And right when I clicked on the new nested style button, you see instantly it changed it to one, only the first word having the different character style, right? I love that. Pixie in the chat. Hello. Hi, Pixie. Great stream earlier. I love that. While laughing at my meme references. I love it. RB says, if it's not validated, then it can be pixified. Why not both, RB? Why not both? I guess it'll be pixified and validated. I'm always validated, so I love that. Anyway, enough of that. But let's go in here. And then there are multiple options here. You can either repeat it. You can either use none. You can say name, bold, or italicized. I don't want anything because I want the base style, which I chose for the paragraph, which was antique, olive, regular, 14. Let's keep it that for our next style, which is until you encounter a comma right over here and right over here. So I'm going to say through 1 comma, right? And then I'm going to create a new style, which is going to be italicized until you see an exclamation point, which is right here. So I am going to say 1 exclamation and see what happens. As soon as I did that, everything inside after the comma and the exclamation point are all italicized, which is the character style that I created. I love that. Thank you so much, Val, for sending those links across in chat. If you are watching this on the live chat, both on YouTube and Behance, make sure to bookmark those so you can go back to whatever we're talking about today and a lot more. So we have this, right? Now, this can be a little bit more exaggerated, but the idea is to show you that you can have different character styles within one paragraph and you don't need to do any of that manually. So we have italicized, right? And now maybe I want the email to be like a call to action. So I want it to be bold as well. So I can say, how many sentences does it have? Now so when you send in classified ads, if you've ever done it, you have usually a character limit. I chose this example particularly for that because I know that maybe there are just 2 sentences. So there will be only 2 times that I will see full stops or periods at the end of the sentences. So I can say, use nothing until I encounter those 2 sentences. So I'm going to go ahead and say new and go through 2 sentences and don't do anything. Now over here, there are so many options. You can either say sentences, words, characters, letters. If it's a character limit, you can go in here and do that as well. For our sake of example, we're just going to do 2 sentences. I love that. Can you apply nested styles to odd number paragraphs? I think so. Yeah, you can. You can. Yes, you can. Let me know if that did not work for you. I will find a solution. And then we have new nested styles right here. And we can go and say name bold. And I want to say until you encounter a colon. And I can say through or up to. If you say through, it essentially means that it's going to include the character that you have put in this space. If you say up to, it's until you encounter that character, right? I'm going to click next. And as soon as I did it, it did that for me. If I change this to up to, where is my style? Where's my style? Right here. If I change this to up to, note that the colon will change to the normal para style. As soon as I did that, colon changed, right? And now it's all the same color as my base style. If I change it back to through and click out of it, it changed it back to the bold color, right? So that's pretty cool. And then maybe I want italicized for the rest of the words, right? I'm just going to do that. And there we go. I'm going to click OK. And maybe I can add like a different text in here to test it out and see how that looks. So I'm going to click enter and say need a new illustrator. Today, I need you to create. Okay, I'm just testing it out. Hello world. And then I say email. And we have this right here. And then we say email at helloworld.com. And voila, that just says that it does work with odd number of paragraphs. So Ray, that's your answer. It was doing it real time dynamically, and I created this nested style. Since I used this, it did one word for the bold, which was the character style. Then we did this until we encountered a comma. It did an italicized character style until we encountered an exclamation point. Then we did the base paragraph style for 2 sentences. Then we did email, which was our CTA or call to action. And then we had one italicized character style until it was italicized. All right. Thank you for asking that question. That was really helpful. And I love that Pixie said, also just want to say I love your share your work banner. Yes, thank you for pointing that out, Pixie. If you are watching this, hello, hi, thank you. Here's a share your work banner right here. Thank you so much for being with me all of Let's InDesign episodes. This is the last episode for this quarters. I'm not sure when I'll be back, but I will be back. So stay tuned for that. There are replays for all the Let's InDesign episodes, so make sure to tune into those. If you watch those on replay, or if you're watching this video on replay, make sure to leave a comment on our YouTube, and I will get back to you with any answers or questions you may be looking for, or any future stream recommendations. Make sure to share your work with me as well. That's why I switched to this screen. Wow, I forgot about that. Okay, let's go back. Okay, let's go back. And this is what we have. And this way you can essentially create your whole zine in here. So, yeah, I'm just checking my notes to see if I have anything else for you. Okay, so, all right, I'm gonna talk about what we did earlier. We talked about, oh wait, is this my first page? It is my first page. Hold on a second. There we go. Okay, that fixed it. And then we have, okay, so we have this and we created this. Remember how I was talking about auto styling? As soon as you paste it and you don't see the option, let me do that on a page for you right here. So I'm going to paste the sunset blurb and everyone's going to lose their mind in chat again. I'm going to paste this sunset blurb right here. I'm opening a text box and placing it, right? So, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Right here is the option to auto style text. What if you've opened InDesign and you don't see this option? How do you fix that? Press Command K, that gives you preferences, or Control K on your keyboard, or go to File, go to InDesign and Preferences, and go to Clipboard Handling. Now, this is a key tip for you, because if you've never used auto styling before, maybe it's turned on. It's usually turned on by default. If you've turned it off because it annoys you, this is how you can turn it back on. Go back to your preferences, go to clipboard and handling, go to show auto style option. This option right here should be checked. If it is unchecked, you will not be able to see the auto styling prompt from InDesign. And if you have it checked, you can see it. And I have it checked. Let's show you how it works if it's unchecked. Okay, I'm gonna do that. And then I'll redo the thing. I do that and there is no auto styling. It disappeared from the menu because I just asked InDesign to not bug me with that option, right? But I don't think it's a bugging option. I love it. So I'm gonna hit OK. I'm gonna select it. I'm gonna paste this and then I'm gonna click auto style. And InDesign is doing all the work for me. All right. I love it. Okay, so this brings up to almost a close of the stream. I want to give you a quick recap of what we covered today before we close out. So we have this, and we learned all about styling your text in InDesign. We learned about why you should use text styles and how they can make your workflow easier and save your time in the long run. We talked about paragraph styles, how you can create one, character styles, and how you can implement those. You can also, we have some tips in here as well. So if you are watching this on replay and if you have the link in your YouTube chat, which you can watch, you can certainly see all of the links in chat. I will be sure to post them in the comments as well. So you can go ahead and go to these tips and use those as well. Then we learned all about character styles, and we also learned common options that we can use. We have some more information here, nested styles and all of the good stuff. And we also talked about where we can find all the replays for Let's InDesign. Now it is coming to a close. You know what time it is? It is time to show you how it looks like. Give me a second and I will show you how it looks like when you work on it for a few hours, and we're gonna show you how that looks like. Okay, give me a second. Give me a second, okay? One sec, I'm gonna pull it up. Alright, so I worked on this for a few hours, and this is here is my final design. We have the design daily zine for you. We have all this information, faces behind typefaces. We have the classified ads, which is essentially the same thing. I just copied it over and over again, added some information, and then we have some more, and then we have the back cover. That brings us to a close. I'm gonna read chat to make sure that I have everyone's reaction. Love it. I love that everyone is saying we want Anika back. Great job. Thank you for the stream. Good stream. I'm also on the Anika train. I love that. Val in the chat says, this was incredible. I love and appreciate your feedback so much. Thank you so much for being here with me. This was an absolute blast of Let's InDesign episodes with you all, and I appreciate your comments and feedback. So if you're watching this on replay, again, cannot emphasize enough, make sure to leave those on our YouTube channel. Here's our CTA for you. Make sure to subscribe. And if you want to see the real life version of the zine which I printed, make sure to follow me on Instagram right over here. Share your work with me. Check out my reel. I just created that today. Look at that and let me know what you think. And if you create something of your own, feel free to send it to me on Instagram. If you don't want to share it with the world, no worries, just DM me. All right, that's enough talking. That's enough talking for today. Watch Shauna on twitch.tv/Adobe with Adobe Express Magic. Make sure to hop there because I will be there. I want you to be there. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day and a great week. Bye.